the producer, engineer. And, you know, I'm finna be talking about my new pack called Groovy Trap Sounds and ADP.fm. If y'all haven't got it, make sure y'all get it. You know, next week, make sure y'all submit all of y'all flips. I'm gonna keep talking about this throughout the stream. So, you know, just make sure y'all come through. Make sure y'all support. You know, support the movement. You feel me? What's good with y'all? And sheesh. Think. You know, we finna wait till a little bit more people come in here. You know, another song request. Let's, one more song. You know, we're gonna wait till like a little bit more people come in here, and then we're gonna start this stream. But yeah, man, I'm excited. It's been a minute since I've been in this seat. It's been a minute since I've been on stream. You know, I hope y'all get a chance to enjoy my pack as much as I've enjoyed my pack. You feel me? And yeah, we just gonna be talking about it. But first, we gotta tend to some business. We got something we gotta do. You know, it's a new segment of our streams. It's a new segment. It's called Guess That Beverage. Guess That Bev. It's about that time. Every Friday is Guess That Bev. Yes, sir. Guess That Bev. I got the Bev right here. I got the special Bev right here. Feel me? Get a good look at it. You feel me? Yup, I made this myself just for this stream. Yes, sir. Trap Jeopardy. Guess That Bev. Guess That Bev. Make sure y'all get a good look at it. Yes, pink lemonade. But can you guess the brand though? It's a brand, it's a classic brand. Classic brand of pink lemonade. You feel me? Nah, it's not Minute Maid. No, not Brisk. Not Brisk. Come on now, my Bev connoisseurs. No, it's not Simply. What's good with you, Will? It's been a minute. It's not Simply. You feel me? It's a special kind. It's a mixed kind, actually. You feel me? You get the tub of the powder. You know, you put some sugar with it, with the powder, and then you do it. No, it's not Ocean. Let me know when y'all give up. No, it's not Ocean Spray. Yeah, man. I mean, it's the home stew. Can you hear me now? Is everything cool? Yes, I did make this. Yes, I did make this. Type in the chat if y'all can hear me. Okay, cool. But yes, we'll get it right. This is Country Time Lemonade. Country Time Pink Lemonade. All of my Country Time fans out there, love me some Country Time. You know, cause this time, it's Country Time, you feel me? Yes sir, yes sir. Thank y'all for participating in this week's Guess That Beverage. Guess That Beverage. You know, if you don't got a beverage at home, grab a beverage. If you don't got a beverage right now, grab one. You missing out. You missing out. Y'all want some presents? Wait till next week for the prizes. Yes, Country Time. Yes, Country Time. Country Time. Let's see, presents. I don't got no presents right now. So, my gratitude, bragging rights. Bragging rights. That's what y'all need. Yeah. You want some Country Times? I don't know, man. I don't know. I would love some brownies. Yes, sir. But that concludes this week's episode of Guess That Beverage. Thank you all for participating. Thank you. You know, I love all beverages around the world, even those that I don't like. All beverages. You know, I love brownies. Chocolate is one of my favorite things in the world. I love chocolate everything. Yeah, man. On my one. Wish I had something. Got a light bulb. You feel me? There you go. The vanilla sparkling water. I've never had that. That's something different. I need to try that. Well, where do you get vanilla sparkling water? I've never been the biggest fan of root beer. It's too sweet for me. You won't have to put me on, Christian. You won't have to put me on to that vanilla sparkling water, cause that sounds exotic. Ginger beer. I love me some ginger beer. Pinky up type bev. Yes sir. Man, this man put something up in the thing. Yes, sir. Pinky up beverages only. I sip all of my beverages with the pinky up. All of them. Every single one. It doesn't matter if it's soda, if it's water, if it's sparkling water, club soda. It doesn't matter if it's any type of juice. Pinky up beverages all around. That's the only way I will enjoy my beverages. Sometimes I have beverages for my beverages. You feel me? Y'all don't know about side bevs. You get you a water right next to your juice, and boom, perfect combination. Perfect balance, as all things should be. Feel me? Yeah, club soda is like... Club soda is something else. Hey man, pinkies up. Man, it feels good. It feels good to be back. Exactly. Christian gets it. Side bevs are crucial. Always get you a side bev. I get me a Fiji water, and then I get me, you know them exotic pops that be at the liquor stores. I get me like the Too Short exotic pop. You feel me? The strawberry soda one. That's my favorite one. and I get that and a Fiji water. Combo is undefeated. You know, the strawberry lemonade, um, Sunkist. That's another one that's undefeated, along with the side bev. Side bevs. Always get you a side bev. It's the key to life, man. It's the key. You feel me? It's to compliment the man. Yeah, man. But say without further ado, let's get into this pack. Let's get into this pack. Yeah, exotic pops are extremely sweet. Extremely. It's not even funny. Like the what you call it, the cotton candy one, you can taste the cotton candy fibers when you drink it. Like that stuff is crazy. That stuff is crazy. That one is too sweet for me. But the Too Short one, that's the Too Short one is a cool little middle ground for me. I like that one. You feel me? It tastes like an icy. You see, you get you got the cotton candy one. That one is crazy. Yeah, man, we getting. No, I'm not from New York. I'm from out here. I'm from out here. Born and raised in Oakland, the '60s to be specific. But no, I'm not from New York. I don't know. I just got a rapper accent. I don't know where this accent came from. I just been, it just happened overnight. I was like, why do I talk like this? You're, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I'm gonna sound dumb. You feel me? But I do love from New York. I want to go out there. I want to go out there so bad because the people out there just seem so lit all the time. All the time. You feel me? And it's just a vibe out there. You feel me? You feel me? I'd love to go out there. There's this thing called Side Talk NYC. Side Talk. Shout out to Side Talk. They do like interviews, like public interviews with random people on the street, and it's crazy because it's just wild. The energy is crazy. Chihuahua-sized rats and eat the pizza. You feel me? You gonna find a Chihuahua-sized rat eating the pizza, and then you gonna be hot. You gonna be tight, as they say out there. You gonna be tight. Because I'd be mad as hell if I seen a rat dog walking down the street. Like, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. Yeah, nah, man. I can't do that. I can't do that. No, I'd rather my rats be normal sized. You feel me? The rats out there like real human beings too. They got consciousness and hella stuff. Like that's just beyond me. You see, you going crazy with these rats right now. You feel me? I can't deal with all these rats. Gotta cut the grass. Too many snakes in the grass. Gotta cut the grass. Gotta mow the lawn. You can't rock with these rats. These rats? No. Dirty. Musty. They be in your business. It's just not a good look. One Chihuahua-sized rat because I feel like I could take a Chihuahua-sized rat. 50 rat-sized Chihuahuas. Chihuahuas are aggressive as hell. They would take me. I don't want that. I don't want no problems with no Chihuahua size, some rat size Chihuahuas, because that's just they jumping me at that point. They jumping me at that point, and that's not okay. That's not cool. Yes, we're having a very very deep conversation. Albino rat. I have an albino Doberman, actually. He's somewhere around here. It's somewhere around the house. I have an albino Doberman Pinscher. He only like a year old. His name is Pablo. You feel me? And yeah, I got an albino Doberman Pinscher. 50 Chihuahua. I know he's albino because he's all white. Like you don't see that color in Dobermans. Like, look, let me see if I can find a picture. Let me see if I can find a picture. Show the camera. Let's see. It's Pablo, white on white like Pablo. Look, this my dog. Yes, albino animals with the red eyes, those look like demons to me. I can't handle that. Nah, my dog has blue eyes, like ice blue, like borderline gray. You feel me? I don't know if you can see it. He look demonic, but look, he has blue eyes. But yeah, that's Pablo. He only like a year and some change. You know, he's still a little boy. Yeah, he has a lot of energy. Yeah, man. I'm gonna start. I might. My sister, my little sister, actually made a little Instagram for him. I don't know if it's still up or anything. My sister, she like 10 years old now. You know, she got a little Instagram for him. I don't know what it's called or anything. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I found this I got this dog through a friend actually. Through a friend who had a litter of them. There was only like 4 white ones out of 10. Which is like amazing for albino Dobermans. So I was able to get one, you know, for a pretty decent price. You know, and yeah, it's just been history. I'm looking for a suitor for him, you know, cause I want a little, some little Poblizzi's running around. Get me another one, you feel me? And yeah. Yeah, man. Okay, let's get into these loops now. Enough about my dog. We finna get into these loops. This is from my pack called Groovy Trap Sounds. You know, if you don't have it, get it now at adp.fm. You know, and you know, help yourself. Help yourself. Yes, the famous loops. Okay. So we're gonna start off with the first one. It's called The Great Gatsby. You know, if you live, then you know this will be your first time hearing these. But here I'll go in more in depth into my creative process, making them the type of vibes I was going for, all of the above, you know, all of that stuff. So this first one, The Great Gatsby. You know, let me play it for you. Let me loop it. Feel me? I got a brown skin on my Ableton. Cause you know I like you know I like the way it looks. It looks pretty to me. But yeah. All right, here we go. Each one I played by hand. You know I've been working on my chord progressions a lot. 103 BPM, C sharp minor. I've been getting really into freestyling melodies over my chord progressions because, it adds more dynamics, you know. But yeah, that one's The Great Gatsby. Like I said, produced in 103 BPM. C sharp minor is the key. And yeah, it's just, it's that, that's one of my loops. I'm really proud of that one. You can take it in many different ways. I left it very, raw with a lot of the low end still in there. Just in case, anybody who uses it can be able to maneuver it however they want to. And I'm really looking forward to see how each of these loops is used by each and every one of you different producers. Yes, range. I love trying to push myself, and trying to make things as dynamic as possible. I don't know if you guys were in my last stream, my reggaeton rhythm stream. I'm pretty sure that pack is still up. But yeah, out of that pack, I focus on dynamics the most in my production, but like not so much as like EDM style dynamics, but more of like something to get you moving, something to get you into a vibe. I don't make music, I make emotion. That's how I like to put it. So yeah, so that one's called The Great Gatsby. Very a cool vibe that can be taken in many different ways, depending on how used in whatever genre you all see fit. But yeah, throw some trap drums on there, throw some EDM, whatever. Reverse it, pitch it. All those type of things, all the good stuff, all the good stuff. Okay, we're gonna move on to the second loop of my pack called Felt chords, produced in 97 BPM, B major. As Anders was saying in his last streams, where it's like he said, like, I definitely agree. Like B major, F sharp, major, like those keys where you use all of the black keys. Those are really like my favorite keys to produce in, because it's like it's so easy, and I just love the way the black keys sound. I just love the way that they sound and the way that they go together, and how many different chords you can make out of them. And it's just, it's love black keys. Show love to the black keys. Yes, sir. I see you, silly, in the chat. Yes, very underappreciated, very underrated. If you're not messing with your black keys, don't discriminate. Don't discriminate. Show some love. But here we go. Felt chords. That's not felt chords. I apologize. I sincerely apologize. This is felt chords. Yes. Black keys are actually very good. Very, very moody, yet still has a little bit of bounce to it. A calm vibe, calm yet still aggressive. And overall, groovy. I've heard from people that, this resembles some Drake progressions, and I definitely see that. Throw some trap drums on there, whether how simple, you can throw some complex drums. Yes, like a scene from The Godfather, it's very intense, very, very intimidating, yet still not aggressive in a sense. It's just intense. finesse, felt chords. I had a lot of fun with that. Like I said, I like to improvise my counter melodies on the fly. Yeah, felt chords. I'm happy you like them. I like to improvise my counter melodies on the fly. All of that stuff. With these chords, I actually played them longer. Like I played them longer. I shrunk them, and I just got Ableton 11. So I pre-ordered it. I just got it. It has a bunch of new features. It has a feature to where if you can take your MIDI notes and you can make them, very different. Ooh, arcade. I don't even want to talk about arcade right now. Arcade, what you call it? It's been bugging on me recently. I updated it, and all of a sudden, every time I try to open it, it crashes my program. So I'm in the process of like troubleshooting it right now. This just happened too. None of these were used with arcade. I actually played all of these, by myself. I'm proud of that. But yeah. New Ableton features. Oh, there's a lot of them. Ableton has look. I'm gonna just show y'all some things. Okay, look. So let's say that these are some, MIDI notes. You feel me? It has scaling now, so I can see everything in B major. You feel me? Over here with the keys and stuff. And then this is actually what I used for the felt chords. You able to reverse the MIDI pattern and make them very, very different. You can legato and duplicate. You can invert the MIDI, double them, put them down. And this is actually my favorite thing. This velocity range. I love this velocity range. Like you highlight, the MIDI the MIDI keys, and you can drag them down or put them up. And what it does, it'll like randomize the velocity in every new key that is hit. And that's what I've done with a lot of them, is that every new progression, even if it sounds very human, because I like to go back and quantize everything. And if it's not quantized, I do that on purpose. I add little rolls and stuff. But yeah, man, it'll randomize what velocity it's hitting at. And that's something that I use a lot. And it'll shrink it, extend it, whatever. You can duplicate it. You can turn loop on, which pretty much is like you take a clip, and if you press loop, and then it'll like repeat every time. That's a new feature, especially with audio. It never used to be on audio. It's on audio now. There's a lot of new effects, actually. These audio effects. There's a new reverb, which I really enjoy. It's a combination between a convolution reverb and a regular, like, regular stock reverb. I love Ableton plugins. They changed the chorus around. They got a new chorus thing that is very much it has a lot more usability. Everything has a lot more usability. And another new feature is that it has tracking. So I can open up, an audio track and try to get some tracks. Hold on. I don't remember what the key to the show take lanes. Hold on. Create take lanes. Where's that at? Yeah, I can't find it. Here we go. And it's something that is good for music. You take the thing down to the lanes, and then like whatever you want, press enter, and it brings it to the top. Or you bring out the pen and it'll like bring it to the top. You feel me? But yeah, man, it's just Ableton. is amazing. Is an amazing dog. I love Ableton. I love Ableton. Yeah. Let me put them away. Let me put that away. Yeah, man. Updates. Hate updates. They always mess me up. I've lost a lot of things due to updates. I've had to recover a lot of licenses because of updates. Updates. Just, stop making updates so intrusive. Stop making them mess everything up. Stop rewriting the code, Fix the bugs. That's all I ask. Don't create more of them. Don't create more problems. More issues. But yeah, man. Okay, on to the third. One is called For the Night. Produced in 103 BPM E minor. This is another one that I used a lot of the new Ableton features on. Put some RC20 up on here. RC20 on the felt chords as well. I've been using a lot of RC20 lately. Anders actually put me on. In one of his streams, he was using it. And I just thought it was neat. I've always seen it around, but I never really pulled the trigger until I actually seen it in use, because I never really knew how it was. You feel me? Yeah, man. Anders, you be putting me on game. Jacob too, with the automation and stuff. I've been using a lot of your tools. These streams are very helpful for me as well. Learning more tricks of the trade. And I enjoy that stuff. And I hope I can pass some of these things on to you guys too. As we're all still going up. Yes, RC20. Get it? RC20 is the stuff. That's what you need. It adds a lot of color saturation. I sometimes use it on my vocals. The flux chorus preset. I use a lot of the presets. The vinyl. I use a vinyl on a lot of these. I think all of them actually. The vinyl preset. It adds a little. It adds some color to it. It adds some depth to it. It makes it come alive. And I love that. Again, dynamics. Yes, spread knowledge. The producer community, we all gotta help each other. Don't be stingy with the tricks. You gotta spread the love. You gotta share the love. You need to make sure. But yeah, man, that's part of the whole deal. You feel me? Okay, For the Night, 103 BPM, E minor. Let's go. This is another keyboard progression that I actually resampled after I looped it. Actually, it's got a nice little bounce to it. It's got a lot of color to it, a lot of depth to it, and again, dynamics. I make emotion, not music. I make energy. A lot of my production, I want you to feel it, not so much hear it. Even at that, I'm still getting better at it with every day. And I'm learning a lot as I go on. But yeah, man. I put very heavy delay on this. And then I sampled it within itself. But in the beginning I played it with a couple keys. And then I just did the whole thing with it. But yeah, man. Yeah, man, we gotta do it. We gotta do it, man. You gotta make emotion, not music, because a lot of the way I see music, at least, I think people gravitate towards music because of the way that it makes them feel. A lot of people say that they love music, but a lot of people don't really love music in the sense that what it means, at least in my definition, to love music, the creation of music and all of that. So, but people enjoy music. Everybody enjoys music. If you don't enjoy music, then you haven't found the music for you. And yeah, it's a lot about how it makes you feel, how people relate to it, to the artist, to the production, to the sound. If it's pleasing to you, if it's not so pleasing, it's all about energy. It's all about vibes, and I like to portray that, you know. And I like a lot of music because of the way it makes me feel. I like dynamic music because of the way it makes me feel. I love EDM music. I love reggaeton music. I love all of the types of stuff because it's very upbeat, but it still has its moments of being calm, being mellow, for lack of better words. You feel me? And yeah, man. Yeah, or yeah, had a lot of fun with that one. All right, on to the final loop, and then we gonna get into the drum kit. Because in this pack I did leave some drums for y'all, some of my personal favorite drums, lot of drums that I use on my everyday production. And all of that good stuff. We just gonna go through the drums like this, but it's the last loop, the one that I've actually made the beat for this stream for. And I had a lot of fun making this. And yeah, without further ado, Broccoli, 105 BPM, another B major. Gotta love B major. Here we go. So how I make these loops is that I'll set down, the basic chords, and then, I'll listen to it through a couple times. I'll pull up another sound. For this one, I use the chorus, well, like a voice, vox kind of thing, a choir. That's the word I was looking for. I used a choir for it, and I kind of freestyled it the way that it made me feel. I did it a couple of times, and I like the way that this one came out the most. The way it kind of dances around the chords in itself, adds a little bit of percussive elements to it, melodic elements, and it's, I like it. And I added the violin in the background because I feel like it added depth to it, and with the A and B section. And yeah, it's, I actually put a lot of thought into these. You feel me? I like to make sure each one can hold its own, each one tells its own story, each one holds its own emotion. And yeah, man. But yeah, man, this is Broccoli. Yeah, man. And that concludes the loops. You feel me? If you wanna download these loops and submit your own flip, submit it to rwellstudio@wiremedia.org. You can find the loops on adp.fm, in the culture section. The type beat challenge. You feel me? Groovy trap sounds. And then now into these drums. You feel me? So, I dropped, a couple 808s, hats, kicks, just a basic little drum kit of a lot of the stuff that I use all the time. You know, this is personally one of my favorite 808s right here. It's very it's very low, it's very deep. It has a little bit of high end in it, so where it pokes out, but it's very, it's definitely an 808 that you feel is very hard, it's very full, you know, I really enjoy that one. It's not that long. I don't really like using long 808s. I like using short ones because it adds a little bit of bounce. This is another one right here. Kind of the same, a little bit more distortion in it, a lot more color. Around the same type of length. Another one that I like to use for different, ones. Yes, these 808s. I love heavy 808s because, a lot of the music I produce, it's a lot about, I like getting into thumb, you feel me? I like it to poke out. And not really interfere with everything else that's going on with the mix. I mean, this last one right here is personally like one that I use all the time. They're all similar, but trust me, when you use them in beats, they sound completely different. This one is very bouncy. It has more of a tail to it, has a lot more color to it. You can bring it up higher and it'll still hold that, that low end, and you can bring it down low and it's not going to be super muddy. That's another one that I really knew it. I use a lot. If you need it, ADP.FM, culture section, Groovy Trap Sounds. Moving on to these hats. I got 5 hats over here. Here's one right here. I use this one a lot. And there's another one. This one, I use it a lot for rolls. It's kind of my like accent 808, my side hi-hat, accent hi-hat. I like to roll it a lot because it's very sharp. It cuts through and it's light. And, I like that, when I'm just trying to add a little bit of bounce, add a little bit of complexity and not have it be super, in your face. Here's another one, a longer one, deeper one. I use this one a lot too. Another one, higher, longer one. Another one that I use a lot. And then this one, I use a lot for different reasons. This is kind of a hi-hat that is very, I kind of plug it in wherever I see fit. It's very, it helps with my turnarounds. It, complements the drums. It makes it, gives it a little bit of bounce, a little bit of depth to the drums. You feel me? And yeah, kicks. Moving on to kicks. I got 3 kicks for y'all. Each one hard hitting. This one is a very good rack kick. It's very, very front and center. Enough high end to poke through the mix, but enough low end to really, beat them speakers in. You feel me? Yeah. Another low one, less high end, a longer one with a little bit more tail. A lot more thumpy. And then this one is just when I want to get funky. This one is very hard. This one is very aggressive. And I like that stuff. You feel me? Moving on to my open hats. Very light open hats. This is one I use a lot. This one right here, because it's different than a lot of other hats that you hear. And I really like it because it's a very good turnaround hat. It's a very good accent hat. It adds layers to everything. You feel me? It's very cool. It's very cool. And this last one has a little bit of, shaker in it. A little bit of, yeah. I don't know how to really describe it, but it's another one very good for complicating the drums. Another one very good for, delivering a little bit more bounce. You feel me? Perks. I used a lot of perks in my production because I feel like it complicates the drums. It adds layers to it, adds more depth to it. Even if I turn it down very low, it'll still fill up a little bit of space while still leaving space for the artist. Instead of overcomplicating it with different hi-hats, different kicks, different claps, different snares. Perks are like one of the things that I use a lot that just adds a little bit more of a, it pokes out at you. They're fun for me. This one right here. I use this one a lot, but I usually turn it down because it's very intrusive. But I like it because it's strange, and whenever I use it, it'll like poke out as like something different that you don't usually hear. And I like that. I want to create dynamics within the drums along with everything else in the beat. Another one that I use all the time. This one right here. You feel me? It again, fun, complicates everything. Very nice. This one is great for the 808s to complement the kicks and the 808s. It's very it makes everything poke. I'm sorry for what's outside. I don't know what's going on. But yeah. Another very fun perk. Little bit of delay on it, pokes through, catches you by surprise whenever you use it. It's yeah. This one is one I use a lot. I turn it down and it'll like I said, it adds layers to the drums. It has a little hit to it that is like you don't really hear. When I like to use it, it's like very low. It blends in with the low end, but it adds a little bit of bounce to it. All that good stuff. Feel me? Another shaker. Pan to the right. Cause I like these types of things. And it couldn't be Detroit without a zapping sound. You roll these sounds, and yeah, it again add layers. Exactly. Best perks are the ones you don't even realize are there until they're gone, cause they build up the drums. They add dynamics. They add depth. And when you in your arrangement, you can pick and choose when to use them, because each one of them adds another layer, and I enjoy that stuff. And snares, I love me some snares, especially in groovy trap. In a lot of trap music, they'll go to snares instead of claps, because snares are a lot sharper, depending on the way that you use them, and they cut through, but be careful if they cut through too much, because snares are very, very crazy. Yes, the chirp. A snare, this one, again, I like very strange, sounds. Not so much strange, but, different sounds. Not so orthodox, things that poke out at you, that are fun, that sound good with the overall beat. Another one without the little rasp to it. A classic one right here. A little bit more aggressive one, sharper. Yeah. And then this one I have a lot of fun with right here, cause it's different. It's different. Yeah, that's why I like it. I like using different drums. Yeah, man. What can I say? But yeah, man, that right there, that concludes the extent of my pack. And yeah, and then get the drum kit, use the loops, adp.fm, culture section, groovy trap sounds. And yeah, now I guess it's time for me to play y'all something that I made using one of my loops. It's a beat that I made, very drum heavy, using one of my loops, because that resembles a lot of the groovy music that Y&J uses, other Detroit artists, stuff that you hear in the car a lot. Do a flip. Yep. Look, I already got a flip right here. It's right here. It's using the broccoli one. I slowed it down. It's produced in 99 BPM. And yeah, man, this is using the drums from the pack. And yeah, I'm gonna play it through and I'm gonna break it down a little bit. Let it build up, you feel me? and then it goes into the beat section right here. Yeah, this is, I believe, the 808-1. You know, I stuck it through a drum bus, put the bass in mono, and I notched a little bit out to give a little bit more clarity. You know, so it sits but doesn't interfere with the drums. Very groove, a lot of space for the artist to work, and you know, trying to make it dynamic and, you know, still easy to follow. And I love the melody that's just dancing over everything. You know, it adds a little bit of, you know, vibe to it. You know, separate from what's going on, but still ties it all together, you know. You know, I envision a lot of these loops, like, especially in this genre, the way that I produce them, the way that I took them, to be like, you know, songs that you'd play in the car, that you can have on repeat, that, you know, hold the same kind of, you know, cadence, but still dances around, you know. And yeah, let me go into what I, you know, did, you know. Definitely, I play with the 808s a lot. I love the 808s on this. You know, going from the very simple, you know, very easy to follow, still knock if you were riding. And yeah, and then, you know, throwing a B section to make sure, you know, to give it a little, you know, let it jump out at you, you know, to signify change. You know, have it dance around. You feel me? It still delivers a lot of that bounce, but still maintains the same groove, you know. So whatever artist is on it is still able to, you know, dance on it, glide on the beat, you know, and have the beat hold its own. You feel me? And the processing that I did on it was, you know, fairly simple. You know, threw a drum bus on it, which is like adds distortion, you know, hard compression on it, you know, to make sure it really hits, super hard. The utility plugin, I don't know, like, what the you know, what other plugins are called in other DAWs, but I feel like a lot of DAWs have like very similar, if not the same, plugins. You know, it's just a matter of how you use them. But yeah, this utility one, I was able to throw it into mono, you know, the bass mono at 120 hertz to make sure that the low end didn't interfere with anything else going on with the beat. And yeah, did a little EQ right here, you know, around the resonances of the main sample, the main loop, so that this main loop can kind of live on its own without being, you know, without colliding with the 808. You know, and on this sample, what I did to it, I didn't really do much to it. You know, I kind of left it on its own. I slowed it down. I arranged it differently. This is the part with the violin. This all these blue parts are the one without. No, did some simple stuff. These cutouts right here are equivalent to the resonances of the drums. You know, so the reason why I do this is so that, you know, if you find your drums getting lost within your mix, you know, you find the, you know, resonances that you want to keep within the drums. You know, you find them and you kind of notch them out of whatever is clouding it. You know, I know the 808 is too low to really cloud the drums that are going on, and the only other thing is the main loop. So I cut it out, you know, to bring it to bring it forward, to make it more audible. And yeah, feel free to ask any questions, you know, as I go through this. RC20, I threw the sad piano preset on it. I took off the noise because I didn't really want the noise. What it does, it adds like a kind of vinyl, you know, effect on it. It makes it sound a little more rich, you know, a little bit more full. And partnering with the 808, it goes like that. What I might do is I might, you know, take off some low end right here with a hard, you know, hard low cut. And, you know, let it all dance as it is. Still leaving space for this 808 to take up a lot of the headroom. The detune that is kind of applied to it is the RC20. You know, it adds some color to it. It adds some detune to it. It gives it a little bit of wobble, you know, to bring more dynamics to the sample. And, you know, I really enjoy that because it gives it a different sound. And yeah, and especially because the way that these, you know, beats are produced, or like the way that I see them, the way that I've taken it, is very, you know, drum heavy and allows the sample to play in the background. And, you know, that's kind of the approach that I went with here. I want the sample to deliver the vibe, and then the drums to bring it home, to really, you know, to give it that bounce, to give it that, you know, car stereo quality, to give it that, if I'm cruising down the street, you're going to hear me coming from a block away type, you know, type bass. And yeah, man, I love using detune because I feel like it adds depth. It adds a little differences in the song that you don't usually hear if you try to do it, if you use a lot of the sounds just the way that they are, you know. Changes the vibe too, you know, all of that good stuff. Yeah. And onto these drums, you know, like I was saying about the over here where I notched it out. Over here I kind of added a little bit more of it. Over here, this is where the snare was hitting. The snare was a little bit too aggressive. It's very loud. No, this is the drum rack in Ableton. You can see all the individual sounds, you know. You feel me? You can see all the individual sounds. And yeah, I like to, you know, complicate the drums while still leaving like a bit of, you know, simplicity into it. And yeah, this EQ lets them poke out a little bit more, throw up the highs, you know, around where the hi-hats are. You feel me? And they are right there, you feel me? It does, but the way that Ableton is that it'll put every single drum into a different chain right here, so you can kind of mix it within the, you know, within the box. You feel me? It does, and that's another thing that I like about Ableton is the organization. No, I can put them all on the same track or on different tracks, but if I put them on the same, I still have just as much control because it's as if they were on different tracks. The way you do it MIDI, it's all over the place. You feel me? Simple drums, but enough to carry on the vibe. Hey man, Ableton is the wave. You, yeah man, it's exactly like having different tracks, and you can do effects on each of these things too. Like for one of the hi-hats right here, I believe it's this one. No, it's this one right here. What I have is I have the auto pan plugin on, or like the stock plugin, and what it does, it puts it from right to left, delivers some, you know, some width to it. And another thing, that's like I said, another thing I love about Ableton is that you're able to do so much within the track. Like Ableton 11 now has a feature to where like I can, when I'm doing vocals and stuff, like I'm gonna just do this for example. I have my like vocal you know vocal effects already like plugged in. You feel me? So like I have them saved. So what? I'm just just quickly just show this off. So as all my plugins load in, for me, I don't even know if y'all can see my plugins. But I use a lot of isotope plugins. I use a lot of different things. But the way I have it is that I have an effect chain that I can see right here, with my auto tune, my SSL, I think it's the E channel. I like it because it delivers a lot of color to my mic. No, the SSL plugin, great investment. I recommend it to anybody. Great for my mixes too. Everything. It really brings that analog sound to digital recording. My DAW's gone? Hold on. Whoa. Okay, cool. It's back. Good because damn. So yeah, our Vox compressor, my EQ, and then my each of my effects goes through this chain right here. And this has the new reverb. If I pull it out, reverb. I pull it out. Has my new reverb. I auto tune my reverb a lot of the time. A lot of but yeah, it has a new reverb. Essentially, what I can do with this is I can put each thing in as like a send, so I can have my main vocal and whoa, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? My bad, my stuff is tripping. But I can have my main vocal running across and layer delays, layer reverbs, layer choruses, anything that I want within the same track. And it saves a lot of the hassle. The way I record my vocals is, I'll make a group of audio tracks all going through one, main channel, and that channel has my audio effects and most of my everything. And yeah, that's what I like to do. Ableton 11 gives me that versatility, and yeah, it's another tip for Ableton. You can do it with almost anything. You can treat your vocal as drums. Okay, back to these drums. Yeah, so the way that I did it, that the auto pan feature, I put it on this track right here. And what I like to do with it is that I randomized this one right here, the main 16th note that is just going all the way across. I randomized the velocity of it so that it also adds depth to it. It's not linear, it's not the same. It's not a lot of randomization, but it's a little bit. That's another thing that is really good about, you know, what I love about Ableton is that it'll just, you know, let it dance. You feel me? And you can set the amount of randomization that you want. And it adds, you know, depth to it. It adds color. It adds, you know, it makes it nice. It makes it pretty. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. You know, I do these rolls first. So if I took this out, you know, if I took this main one out, you know, this is how I make the drums for this genre in general. Like, I lay everything with a simple hi-hat pattern with a lot of rolls, and then I turn down a very, you know, a 16th one to give it a little bit of, you know, give it that foundation. You feel me? And when it comes in, it all meshes together. How do I think about additional snares and perks? Yeah, I'll put in additional snares and perks. Like, you know, this is just kind of like the foundation and stuff, but I could definitely add some things in. Like, a lot of the way that I use these perks, like this one right here, this one kind of like fills in space for me. Like, I love the way. You feel me? What I like to do with this is, like, this specific perk in general is that I'll turn it down a lot later, but I, you know, make it very complex, you know, to where it pokes out at you a little bit, but you don't really notice it. And you know what it, you know, I like it because it adds depth. So what I'll do is I'll just take this, you feel me, duplicate it across. You feel me? And I can turn down the velocity range, you know, to where it'll, you know, go up and down. And I can mix it in inbox right here. And yeah, it's a backbeat. So and because I feel like it's poking a little bit too much, I'll throw an EQ on this specifically. You feel me? You know, it adds a little bit more bounce. It doesn't really interfere with anything that's going on, but it's fun for the ears. And if I want to get really funky with it, I can throw another, you know, auto pan plugin. Oh, hold on. You know, another auto pan plugin, another one of my favorite plugins. You know, you automate the amount, you can automate anything on this, and I can, you know, make it go crazy, make it go skits. You feel me? Yeah, super subtle. I love the subtleties, you know, because I don't know, it's fun. You know, you can turn up the amount of how much it goes from ear to ear. And yeah, and you'll just hear it dance across. Like, look. You can change the shape too of how much, you feel me, and it goes back. I'm actually turn it up. You know, just increase the loop right here. Let that one go across. You know, and what I like about these perks a lot is that you can use these in many different ways, you feel me? Like, I can throw in another perk. Like, let's say, let me just go for a funky one, like a little funky one. Like this one right here. I really enjoy this one. You know, just throw it in the chain right there. You pull up the MIDI. And boom, it's right there. You know, I can drag this across and it'll repeat everything that I do. Man, thank you. Yes, I definitely intended to leave lots of space because, you know, I didn't want it to overcomplicate it to where an artist couldn't hop on. You know, I definitely wanted this beat to make the artist shine and whatever the artist has to say. And thank you, man. You can find the 808 in the pack, adp.fm, in the culture section, Groovy Trap Sounds, or link in our Well Studios bio. Remix Your Life is bio. Yeah. Damn, I forgot this one. Oh, and this, like, you can do hella stuff, but I don't really use these other options a lot, even though I'm pretty sure they're very helpful. Note expression and envelopes, like you can do automation within the thing. I haven't gotten around to using those really. It's kind of like the Lil Uzi All My Friends Are Dead, the Way Life Goes, that, you know, that stuff. What am I trying to, the Minecraft symbol, that's what it kind of reminds me of. I don't really like that. You know, very subtle. Yeah, the Minecraft door, exactly. I can switch it around. You know, if I want to dress it up a little bit. You know, something very strange, something to really pop at you. And I feel like my hi-hats are kind of getting lost in all of the ruckus, you feel me? Feel me? And just a little bit of perks, and it brought it more to life, gave it a little bit more dynamics, filled up a lot of the space. And here's another thing that I do whenever I make a beat for myself and I want to make a song out of it, and I find that it may be a little cluttered and that my vocal might not shine through. Here's another secret that I really do. I use a mid-side EQ. You know, I kind of already got it down, you know, to where I like it. And pretty much what it does is I'll take off the middle around 400 hertz and a little bit of the top around 2.4K. And what that does is that it'll make a little pocket in the mono section, because a lot of the vocals that I record are in mono, at least the lead vocals. You know, and you know, that's kind of where my resonances sit, like around that area, and it gives a nice little pocket for my vocals to sit. So what that often does is that, you know, I use it, I throw it on there, and my vocals stand out without eliminating any of the layers of the beat, without getting in the way of anything. And yeah, it's nice, you feel me? You know, and I got a bigger pocket for the vocal, for the artist to sit. You know, my vocal can shine through, and everything else in the beat that's going on doesn't take the stage and doesn't take away from the artist, doesn't take away from what's going on, you feel me? You feel me? But yeah, man, it's you know what that does? It just leaves a lot of room. Very simple, yet very complex. A lot of space, but a lot going on at the same time. You know, it just delivers a good vibe. You know, I could ride to this for hours in the car, just hear this instrumental bumping. Hear somebody just going off in the background, you know, saying some real stuff, you feel me? You know, floating on it. And I feel like these middle hi-hats are a little bit too linear for me. So what I'm about to do is that I'm about to get the velocity range and kind of let them drop however they please, very randomly. And I'm gonna do the same with this. You know, so it's every time, you never know when that thing is gonna hit. And you can increase probability too. That's another thing that's very nice about Ableton 11, is that you can kind of set whether a certain sound, a certain note will hit or not, and like the probability of whether it'll hit. You know, I might kind of set the probability of that right here, chance. You know, I can make the chance a little lower. You know, got the chance at around 90%. So 90% of the time you're gonna hear this little sound right here. And you know it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun going on. You feel me? I hope I'm not boring y'all, you know. But yeah, man, this is my beat. This is my pack. Feel me? You can get it now, adp.fm, in the culture section, Groovy Trap Sounds. So tune in next week, same time, 4 p.m. next week. You know, we gon', you know, I can't wait to hear y'all flips. You feel me? Yeah. Man, right on. And we could, yeah, man. You know, anything else? Yeah, man, I would love to hear an Anders trap beat. You know, using these trap 808s. You know, very. You know, I love these. I love this 808 right here. Yeah, man, I cool. Yeah, man. Anything else you want me to do? Anything else you want me to try? Show y'all how to use some things. Any more questions about Ableton? My pack? Feel me? Let me know, cause. Yeah, man. feel me? I can work on another one. You know, I did flips for each one of these. Actually, it's kind of like my way of like certifying it. You know, I wanted to make a cool little 8-bar loop out of each one of these. You know, and really bring it to that. Make sure it's deemed worthy. You feel me? You know, give it a little bit more bounce right here. You know, pitched it up. No live cook up, impulsive cook up. You feel me? Let's see what I come up with it. You know, a little loop. I feel like it has a little bit of muddiness to me. Throw some RC20 up on there. Love me some RC20. You feel me? I like the way this one's sounding right now. I'm gonna take off a little bit of the front so it kind of hits a little bit more firm. And what I like to do with this is like I like to roll it just hella randomly. Just hella random, you feel me? And what I'd do is I'd copy that. And give it a little bit of bounce. You feel me? See how this 808 sounding. What key is this? You feel me? I got, ever since I paid for it, Antares Auto Tune, they gave me auto key. I know how to find the key using the piano. You know, but this is just a lot faster. You feel me? And Park of Ableton, I can pull up the scale. Ooh. Don't you just hate when your driver go a little bit crazy? I'm working it a little bit. Put a little bit of stress on it. But it's okay though. It's okay though. We can keep this show rolling. You feel me? You feel me? Make sure y'all still up in here. Well, we got 20 minutes left. No, let my CPU calm down. Now let me just save a copy real quick. And what I could do after I save that copy is I can just get that out again and we can focus on this beat. You feel me? I feel like the other half would be better. The only drum that I usually do in a different drum rack is my kick, because a lot of the times when I try to sidechain my 808 to the kick, I can't do that if it's all in the same drum bus. You feel me? So what I do is I just create a new MIDI track, drop in my drum rack and go to Groovy Trap Sounds that you can find at adp.fm in the culture section, Groovy Trap Sounds. And a lot of the times that when I program my melodies, my drums and anything, I'm trying to picture what I want in my head, that'll sound good. feel me? You know, simple little kick pattern. You know, I like the conversation to kind of be between the clap and the kick, and not so much the 808 and the kick. You feel me? You feel me? Add a little bit of. I feel like this is a little slow. You feel me? This gives it a little bit more bounce. Lower the probability, so sometimes it'll drop out. No, I'm gonna re-raise the probability. So pretty much what's happening is that it's going up and down with the velocity. No, just pick apart any type of. I'm telling you, this one is my favorite one. This one right here. Feel me? This will add a little bit on. Whoa. Why is it geeking? It's geeking on me. But yeah. I'm going crazy right now. I'm going crazy, I apologize. But yeah, man, I'm gonna end the stream there. You feel me? It was a pleasure being here. You know, you can get the pack, adp.fm, you know, culture section, Groovy Trap Sounds by yours truly. Follow them at Remix Your Life on Instagram. Follow the Twitch. ROL. Feel me? Follow me. Yellow Music on Instagram. You know, and yeah, it was a fun time hanging out with y'all. You feel me? And I can't wait to hear y'all flips for next week. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You know, it was fun. It was fun. It was fun. And yeah, man, I'ma head out. I'ma head out. And I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all next time.